The rewind. Emma sat at her desk, a pile of unopened bills scattered before her. The weight of them pressed down on her chest like an unrelenting storm, each envelope a reminder of how far she'd fallen. At 32, her life had not turned out how she'd imagined. She had dreams once, big ones, but somewhere along the way, they'd slipped through her fingers like sand. She looked at her reflection in the window. The tired face staring back at her didn't look like the bright, ambitious young woman she had once been. She had worked in dead-end jobs for years, hoping for a break that never came. She'd sacrificed her education for immediate paychecks, taking what she could get. Now it was too late to turn back. "I wish I could go back in time," she muttered, her voice barely audible in the empty room. "I wish I could start over, make better choices, get the education I needed, and build a real career. I'd do things right this time." The words hung in the air for a moment, heavy and filled with regret. Emma closed her eyes and let out a long, exhausted sigh. She could practically feel the weight of her unfulfilled potential crushing her, suffocating her. Then, as if answering her unspoken plea, a soft, sharp wind whispered through the room. Emma opened her eyes and saw a shadow flicker at the corner of her vision. She turned her head, but no one was there. A soft, lilting voice broke the silence. "Do you truly wish to rewrite your life, Emma?" Emma blinked, confusion clouding her mind. She hadn't heard anyone come in. "Who's there?" she asked, her voice trembling slightly. "I am someone who can offer you exactly what you ask for." The voice was smooth and comforting, yet strangely distant, as though it came from both close and far at once. Emma's heart raced. "What do you mean?" The voice grew clearer. "I can take you back. I can rewind time for you, give you the chance to make the choices you regret, to pursue the education you need, and build the career you've always wanted. You'll have the future you dreamed of, but it comes with a price." Emma's mind swam with possibilities. Her future could be everything she had wanted. No more dead-end jobs, no more struggle. "What's the price?" she asked, despite a growing feeling of unease. "You will never remember the life you've lived. Once you go back, your past will be erased. Your friends, your family, everything you've known will fade into nothing. All that will remain is the new path you'll create. A better life, but a life without the memory of what came before." A chill swept over her as the implications hit her. She would lose everything she had fought for, every connection, every lesson learned, every tear shed. But it was tempting, so tempting. "I. She hesitated, her breath quickening. "I want to go back." The wind howled in a sudden gust, and the room seemed to grow darker. A shadow formed in front of her, an indistinct shape that loomed, pressing against her chest. "It is done!" Before she could react, the world around her twisted, warping and contorting. The bills on her desk blurred into nothing. The walls of her apartment faded into the distance. She felt as though she were falling through time, spiraling down a dark tunnel. When the spinning stopped, she was standing outside a campus, a prestigious university she had always dreamed of attending. She looked down at herself and found she was younger, in her 20s again, full of promise. The rush of excitement surged through her chest. It was everything she had wanted. But then a voice echoed in the back of her mind, faint but growing louder. "Who are you?" She spun around, but no one was there. The world felt wrong. There was an emptiness inside her, an absence she couldn't place. The rush of joy began to fade, replaced with a gnawing, hollow feeling. Her heart clenched, and she realized with a growing horror. She couldn't remember why she had come here. What had led her to this point? She was starting fresh, but she had lost something far more valuable than any opportunity. Her memories, her past. The price had been paid.